What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction with your host, the Ignorant Eclectic Mad Genius, and today we are back on that boy Old Meezy's channel. And today we're gonna be reacting to Myron Can't Stop Tap Dancing. Damn, Myron, what the hell you do this time? On the world to 1,000 subs, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's check out what Old Meezy got for us.
Woman hater and one of the loser leaders of the red pill community. Myron Gaines is also one of the best tap dancers I've ever seen in my life. Fred Astaire, Gregory Hines, Savion Glover, and Bilbo Jangles Robinson have nothing, and I do mean nothing, on Myron's ability to tap dance when it comes to some sort of racially divisive subject matter that goes on social media. This most recent situation for Chud the Builder, in which he is clearly, and I do mean clearly, wrong, check out the other videos if you don't believe me, had me thinking to myself, why the hell is Myron always dancing? If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel and a long way for the community. Now, back into the video. During this whole Chud the Builder situation, there are people who have been blind faith supporting Chud the Builder. It's been for the sake of appealing to a certain audience, but Myron Gaines finds himself to be on that side. Of course he does, obviously. Now, the funniest thing about all of this is the voice of reason, being DJ Academics, invited Myron on the platform because unlike normal times, DJ Academics actually doesn't agree with what Myron is saying.
I think I align with Myron on like most politics. Not gonna lie. However, with social issues, I'm not usually that far from him, but this Chud shit was just egregious. Like, you know what I mean? This guy was egregious, bro. All right, let me hear the clip. And I'm pretty sure this clip is gonna be so bad.
And then some other Chinese like, I did try out, and they fight and they make rap songs about that and create an entire lucrative career. No, bro, there's only one group of people that does that. We know who the it is. And it's like they don't want to deal with the elephant in the room that nigga. And, you know, going back to what you were saying with the whole academics thing, the problem is that a lot of these Wakanda, right? I call them Wakanda, aka birds, aka ape. They don't understand that everyone is tired of the bullshit, bro. People are tired of walking around, having to worry about getting mugged, having to worry about getting robbed, or having to worry about saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, being called a racist. It's like, bro, get the out of here, man. People say they got black fatigue. I got black exhaustion.
Now, if you listen to that clip, you would probably be asking yourself, Omar, what the hell could he even be talking about? What does this have to do with Chud the Builder? What does this have to do whether it was self-defense or not self-defense? And that's the problem with Myron Gaines and other supporters of Chud the Builder, for what it's worth. It's not about actually talking about him, but it's about galvanizing a lucrative audience for these people. Myron is willing to go to the lengths of throwing a bunch of slurs and nonsensical words out there in defense for a guy who's facing 56 years after shooting himself and another man. Like, we're well past whatever nonsense he's attempting to get off. It's really stupid, but the reason why he does this is because he needs to appease a certain fan base. And even academics can call this out, that this isn't about some white pride or some other nonsense. Chud the Builder chose to attack these people, and Myron is defending it.
If Chud was going up to a bunch of white people and be like, yo, bro, man, I'm white and I'm proud, I'm an American. If that was his thing, nobody would have an issue with it, or at least I wouldn't. If he was going around and he was just like linking up with other white people like, man, aren't you so happy to be white in America? Fucking white, we're young, we're proud to be Americans. Nobody would have a problem. The guy picked his shtick to fuck with black people. There's no defending that. And you can't try to flip the argument to be like, well, you know what? There's certain things about the black, black culture that, no. This guy is going out of his way to do that.
Now, later on that same night, DJ Academics and Myron would be on a phone call together. And this is interesting about Myron and also interesting about DJ Academics in this time. DJ Academics is sunning people. Last week, he sunned Sneeko in his right for free speech conversation, where it actually looked very bad and very embarrassing for Sneeko. And now it seems like it is Myron's turn. When Myron is met with any sorts of opposition to his thought process, his logic, or reasoning behind this case, it looks very bad for how he goes about explaining himself. And there's only one way to really understand or interpret why Myron is doing these things.
Are you saying black people can't have accountability, bro? If you say chip out, they're gonna hit you. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're perpetuating stereotypes that everybody says, bro.
No,
oh, I'm gonna chip out, punch them. Like, bro, this is why people are tired of bro. I gotta give it 1,000.
Bro, he just said, because in another video that I seen of him, he just contradicted himself, because he said that because it was some guy, I don't know if he was white or whatever. Basically, he was calling him because Myron is, I want to say, South Sudan, or he's Sudan, Saudi or something like that. And he called him some words or whatever, and Myron was like, "Oh, I'll fight you right now if you wouldn't say it to my face." Da, 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 da. Now he's saying this. Come on, bro. Like that's being a hypocrite.
That's why people are blacks.
No, but Myron, you don't.
Accountability. Imagine a world we're saying, hey, you gotta chip out.
Myron, hold on.
What?
Myron, I'm gonna tell you what world that is. The world is every time I watch Sneeko, he's like, everybody hold hands, let's come together, let's pray to Allah in the center. And then I looked over Israel, they put his face on a bomb. Okay? So in the real world, I haven't seen Sneeko do nothing to nobody. But they'll put his face on a bomb and drop it on a city. That's way less than some guy saying a word and getting punched in the face. Yes, when you have words, even if it's not violent, other people meet those words. If they feel what you're saying is violent or disrespectful or offensive, they meet that with violence. Okay? It's not black people. I didn't know Israel was putting Sneeko's name on bombs. So when you say that only black people do that, it looks like other people do it too. I think I can Google it. They put Sneeko's name on a bomb, and Sneeko I've never seen him physically harm anybody that's Jewish. But you know why? He got the rhetoric that they don't like. It's offensive to them. And in their response to that offense is not by saying, you know what, we're mature. They're saying, put his name on a bomb and let's go kill some people. That's true.
Myron can't even really put up a defensible argument in this situation. He goes to be contradictory, hyperbolic, and eventually he'll get exposed as being hypocritical in the conversation.
If you get that offended over words, if you get offended like that over words, that could put you in jail. That could get you hit with an assault back.
Bet he just literally put what I was talking about in. Okay, all right.
Battery charge, a deadly weapons charge, whatever the it may be. God forbid a manslaughter or murder charge because you can't control yourself. 5 seconds. You couldn't control yourself. Now you're spending 50 years. You're getting mad at some dude calling someone else a name on the internet. Like, think about that. Talking about haram this, haram that. You're a kafir that. Murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit that they would never fucking say to me in person. Ever. Because they know that it would be a warrant to knock them out right then and there.
His whole case are just words are words, and I want to also throw out any reasoning and logic behind the definitions of what self-defense constitutes. He turns it up to the tune of even taking the situation out of context to try to prove a point. This is when I knew Myron was cooked. The claim is that, hey, when you talk about self-defense, it has to be proportionate. Meaning, if you punch somebody, you can't, I don't know, blow them away with a bazooka. But in this situation, because Myron Gaines knows these things and is clearly going to lose this argument, he decides to frame it in a weird way as if this paints a total picture on all self-defense cases. It's really strange.
Self-defense is not utilizing deadly force, right? Like, I think deadly force, like, is defined by all 50 states, but even federally, is like, if someone slaps you, it has to reach. And this is the important distinction. There's nothing that he could, articulate that says, hey, I am in fear of my life. Someone punching you in the mouth is not in fear of your life. Trust me. I know you walk around with a gun, I walk around with a gun. There's a lot of Americans that walk around using and establishing their Second Amendment right, the right to bear arms. Whether it's concealed or not, usually everybody's in the know of saying, or understanding that it's not the first thing you use towards any type of violent or threatening altercation. If someone says, I'm gonna slap you, you can't shoot them and get away with it. If someone like bumps hard into you and you feel that was, like a act of aggression, you can't execute them. So someone punching this guy in the face, I think he had a severe misunderstanding for a while, thinking that if you touch him, he was well within his right to shoot you.
Then I asked you, well, what if it was a 5'1" woman and this dude punched her?
It'd be a better case.
Punch you again?
Be a better
right?
case.
It'd be a better case, right? Perfect. What you just did there was you basically made it, oh, for the girl, the force is reasonable. But for Chud, I don't think so. And this is why self-defense is so important. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. It really doesn't matter what anyone thinks. The only thing that matters is the person that used the force and what was going on at their mind at the time of the act when they pulled the trigger or decided to use deadly force. And it's very important to know also, and I went into detail with this with a self-defense lawyer, one of the best lawyers in the country, and he also agrees with me on this. When it comes to self-defense and using deadly force, within milliseconds, that decision can be made.
Are we serious right now? A 5'1" white woman? Is that what we need to do in order to make our points be hyperbolic? Like that is so stupid. Like the whole point of having like a jury of your peers is so they can use their logic and reasoning and their that was just a weak argument. And I hope that Chud's lawyer is a much better defender of his case than Myron Gaines. It's not just me that thinks he's stupid. Comment sections on pretty much all of these videos are agreeing that Myron's stupid. He moves the goalpost all the time, and for whatever reason,
him and Sneeko, they both move the goalpost. It's ridiculous how much they move the goalpost. But I'll just say that they're smarter than me.
keeps tap dancing for a certain demographic of people. This wouldn't be the first time, nor will it be the last time that Myron will be shining up his shoes and dusting off his clickety-clacks for a group of individuals who, for the most part, do not like him. And for whatever reason, it seems as though Myron goes out of his way to find these places, spaces, and subject matters in order to impress white people. And more specifically, I don't want it to be just like painted as white people, but white people who specifically have issues with black people. I remember one time he was on a Twitter space where the title was Klan Meeting, and he literally got on stage to start attacking other black people. Unprovoked, by the way.
Oh, no, we ain't going no fucking well.
Here comes the watermelon warrior.
Listen, dude, I did time.
Oh, of course.
I'll come.
Of course you did time, you watermelon warrior. Prove all the stereotypes right, immediately escalating to violence.
Don't read him nothing, HT. Tell that fucking go find it himself.
Well, he's the
Yes,
one
sir.
that's making
Listen,
accusations, so I'm
let's
saying
just stick
find
with
it.
the Americans for now.
And then we got this fucking
The
British guy
naturalization
over
act.
here. Like, bro, you're with the standard guy. Yo, you're British, right?
Bro,
You don't know your fucking. You don't know your. You don't know your fucking.
hold on. Hey, Myron, you're in a
And I'm
hostile
not
area,
scared to
bro.
have conversation with you guys because I'm not a pussy.
Okay,
So you're gonna
well,
have to either
you're
kick me
not gonna
out
have a
or whatever.
you're not gonna have a conversation with him. That's what I'm trying
Okay,
to say.
well, this dude's a so whatever. Fucking British guy.
You're
Like, dude, I know you're mad about
Mate,
1776.
black men
Yeah.
are like most
Hey, look,
likely to
hey,
fuck
look,
fuck
retard.
other black men. You
Hey,
fucking
look,
black cunt.
Kick this.
I'm sorry, sir. It's a fucking white space. We know that.
I know.
They're the fucking rules. No.
The spaces are literally titled whites only, for Pete's sake. Why does Myron feel as though, whites only, I need to get in on this? It's
because he wants to be one of them. Like he knows like that's his bread and butter, and those are his. Well, that's what he believes is those are his people.
totally beyond me. It's really, really weird behavior from somebody who is supposed to be a content creator, but claiming that he's helping a community. What's helping a community by going into whites only spaces, tap dancing for these people, and ragging on people and throwing slurs at people? That just doesn't make sense to me. Myron isn't even adding some sort of nuance or having real deal discourse anymore at this point. He's just finding places and spaces where white people are being overtly racist towards black people and championing them, even inviting them to his platform and his stage. It was a situation where he went to a college campus, I think it was the University of South Carolina, doing one of his Charlie Kirk imitations where he invites people to have conversation with him. And when one frustrated white student got on stage and started spewing racist rhetoric and nasty rhetoric, Myron didn't even try or attempt to fake like he was about to introduce some sort of middle ground or maybe some sort of context or invite the conversation in a good faith-based way. He went straight to the racism to the tune of throwing himself under the bus by throwing black people underneath the bus. Around blacks never relax. The self-hate at that point is just on another level. I remember one time Myron Gaines took an...
He's not black. Well, he's black, but he's not black. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Basically, they don't... he's not American black, all right? He's, like I said, I want to say, I think I said it before, South Sudan or something like that, from South Sudan. They don't claim themselves as black, not really.
Ancestry test and found out that he was 95% black. Shocker. But the way that he acted on stream, you would believe that this was some sort of news to him. You would have thought that he had been told that he had reverse vitiligo all his life and he's just now finding out that he's black. It was the stupidest thing in the world, but really shows how disgusting Myron Gaines actually is.
That's you, Myron. Bro, what do you mean? That's your DNA too.
What the fuck? We're sub-Saharan? Fuck.
That means what do you mean fuck, bro? What is this? That's I said fuck. How do you say fuck to your own DNA?
Here it is. My test results. Can you hear my heart beating? Oh, the white man's science is amazing, ain't it? Oh, no. This can't be. It says I'm 102% African with a 2% margin of error. Why, Lord? Why, Lord, why?
The reason why I believe that Myron has went down this path of self-hatred and self-destruction is because he knows that it can be lucrative. He knows that if you target a demographic of people in this world who feel alienated, who feel isolated, who feel like their jobs are being taken, their freedoms are being taken, their liberties are being taken, that he can be fruitful and, you know, benefit from them financially. Now, after doing it for a few years, I do think that bits of it are internalized, but the biggest problem with all this is you've said so much over the past couple of years that you probably can't even track when a bullshitter is bullshitting. We can. The internet always has receipts. I touched on it a little bit earlier. Myron Gaines has been hypocritical about this situation this whole time. His whole words defense that he uses for Chud the Builder saying that black people shouldn't be offended by the N-word is something that he's said over the past couple of years. He's kind of like hung on to the point that words are just words. People should be able to say in this, monkey that, all types of things that are racial epithets and slurs. And I will say I have seen him, you know, extend that same sort of sentiment to other races, religions, groups of people, or whatever the case may be. So he's not a one-trick pony in that regard, except for the fact that he's a hypocrite, because when it comes to him, he doesn't hold those same sentiments.
Talking about haram this, haram that, you're a for that, murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit that they would never fucking say to me in person, because they know that it would be a warrant to knock them out right then and there.
If you guys watch Chud the Builder and you start to get mad, you really need to reevaluate your life. You really need to reevaluate your life, your priorities, controlling your anger, controlling your emotions, because that's something that can really bite you in the ass later. If you get that offended over words,
I just come to agree, like, from across the river.
Bro, I don't know you, man. I don't know you.
It's all good, bro. Just bounce.
I don't know you, bro.
Just bounce, bro.
I don't know you.
Bro, just bounce.
I don't know you, bro, but come back over here. Come back over here. You coming back? Come back. Come back. I'll fuck you up right now. What's good? What's good? Chill, bro. Chill. Come through.
Yeah, when I tell you his grift is exposed, his grift is exposed. It's clear as day to me, at least, that Myron Gaines is a CIA operative planted to like get the black community and other communities riled up with his hypocrisy and tap dancing on the internet. It's funny because if you Google it and look it up, he's actually a federal agent. Hell, you don't even really have to Google it or look it up. Myron Gaines talks about it quite frequently on his YouTube channels. Hell, he even started a whole separate YouTube channel where he even takes things more serious about cases and looking at it from his federal agent lens. But the problem is that he figured out it was more lucrative to rage bait and get people upset on the internet about different things to the tune of him not.
Because ironically, I want to say Chud might be one too. Like, well, not a Fed, but like a Fed plant or something like that. Because, yeah, Dr. Umar said something about it, and I was just like, you might be right. Oh, Umar, you're crazy, but you might be right.
Being able to, you know, stop that rhetoric or hide that side of himself, or, you know, maybe just don't take that content creation path in a situation in which he was forced to choose between the CIA or his federal agent job and being a content creator.
so when you work for the feds, you have to do something called outside approval to get outside employment, because they got to make sure you don't do a conflict of interest or whatever. You can't work at a defense law firm if you're a criminal investigator, right? So they got to make sure they clear it. And then I moved to Miami, started up the podcast, and they brought me in and they're like, hey, you know, you're saying controversial stuff on the internet, you got to pick one. And then, you know, I ended up going the entrepreneur route. As YouTube started to take off, that's kind of when I had to make my decision of what I'm going to do. At the time, working for the government, I was making about $120,000 to $130,000 per year. So when I left the government, I was like, damn, I'm losing out on a six-figure career. What am I going to do here? I need to replace it with real estate, which actually I watched your video, how to buy real estate step by step.
Oh my
Which that helped quite a bit. Yeah. Pulled that money out of my TSP and bought that first property. And yeah, ended up working out.
He literally gave up a good job where he could be quote unquote productive to society, to rage bait women, rage bait men, rage bait black people, say misogynist, homophobic, racist things on the internet, and tap dance for a group of people that don't like him, think that he is still black. Like at the end of the day, like he's still black. I know the revitiligo cream isn't working like he thought it would be. Myron Gaines is a loser, and it's clear as day. But boy, oh boy.
Yo, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all thoughts are in the link in the comments down below, man. Hey, man, I understand it's a grift, and grifts get people paid, but they don't last forever. That's the only messed up thing. Like, just be you, do what you got to do, but just know everything will be used against you later on in life in certain things. But yeah, love each and every last one of y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. Like I said, man, peace. Hit that like, hit that sub.